Hi, hello, g'day, kia ora, welcome to the studio. I'm Paula from MoxyMojo, here in beautiful Aotearoa, New Zealand. Thank you for joining me. It's an absolute pleasure having you here with me in the studio. Today is the 3rd of December, so it's our second prompt for Dephemerember, and that is layered tag and retro film strip. I've got a printable here and it's 2 parts. So we've got 3 tags of different sizes. And then we've got 2 options here for the decoration that we're going to put on them. So I've got a set of 3 different roses and then a set of 3 different mushrooms. So that will be available free from my Ko-Fi or Ko-Fi coffee page. So the link for that will be at the bottom of the video in the description. So you are more than welcome to grab it there. I've printed this out. This one is on 110 gram or GSM matte photo paper. This one is on 130 GSM, so that one's a little bit firmer, but still not quite what I'd call a heavy weight pattern paper or cardboard strings. I'm going to clear my desk and fussy cut all this out, and so I'll be back with you in the blink of an eye, ready to put our layered tag together. Okay, so everything is fussy cut now. I am going to ink around the tags in Distress Oxide Vintage Photo and the roses in Distress Oxide Abandoned Coral. I'm going to go around and ink all of these and then we will be right back. Okay, so I've done most of my inking with the Abandoned Coral, but I have got some of the small parts to do, like where it's really difficult to get this into that tiny little wee gap. It just doesn't fit. So I've come up with an idea that worked pretty good. So I've taken one of the round dauber things that we normally do for inking, and I've cut it into a half and then to quarters or fourths. And so what I'm doing, and it's a lot easier if you've got those self-closing tweezers, so the ones that you push to open and they stay closed when you're not squeezing them. So what I'm going to do is grab this so that I've got kind of a point or that centre part and form that into a point. Plus I've got like kind of a couple of areas around there that I can use. So I've essentially got like 3 points. So now I can ink this up, and you just need to be very careful that you're not scraping your ink pad with the end of the tweezers, but that's okay. So just keep dabbing it in to get some ink onto there. And then what I'm going to do is then use that as my inker. And that gives me the same look as I've got elsewhere. Not 100%, but it's certainly better than if I was trying to squeeze the full round ink applicator in there. Okay, so this is now inked, so we've got our 3 roses and we've got our 3 tags. So the next thing we're going to do is we need our film strips. Now for this I'm using the Tim Holtz film strips, and what we need is 6 of 2. So that's 6 lots of 2 of these squares, or rectangles I should say. You're not using very much of that at all. Now I'm going to lay mine out in this way. Now I'm going to base all of my measurements off my smallest one. So, got a centre finder ruler. I'm just shifting those out of the way. And on this side, we're going to measure and find, first of all, find the centre. Now we're measuring from this point to this point, okay? So we're ignoring this little wee tab bit, top bit. We're just going to where along the straight line is probably the easiest way to say it. So now I'm looking at 2 3/4 inches and 2 3/4 inches. So I have a pencil, and hopefully you're going to see it, and I'm going to mark there is my centre. That's not a very good pencil, is it? So there is my centre. I'm then going to mark 1/2 inch up from the top and 1/2 inch down. No, up from the bottom, down from the top. So can you see those marks there? So my centre, my bottom and my top. What I'm going to do now is find the centre of both sides of the middle one. So that goes there, and that means, so if this side, because it's only got one measurement on the small, connects to this side, then I need to measure this side because that's going to connect here. So this one, we want the middle on this side. Now that I've got them here, I've only got the centre mark here, I'm going to line this up centre to centre, and I find it easy for me to do it this way, so I'm lining up my 2 centre line marks. I've lost it now. And I'm going to transfer that same mark across. And again on this side, line up my centre mark, transfer that mark across. So I've now got, in the middle one, I've got marks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the middle one's got marks on both sides. And then we're going to do the same on the large one. So I mean, the good thing about this is that you don't need, or we're not adjusting our marks. They're staying exactly the same on all 3 tags. Now the next bit, I just eyeball it. But what we need to sort out, so we'll flip them back over because we need this to be the right way. when we fold up the tag, so we're going to be joined there, so this one's going to be back to front, and then that's going to join up there. So that means if I'm working with the natural curve of this film, there's my, I want to have this side curving over. So it's going to start here, curve over. The back one, we're going to have it curving under. So it'll start from the opposite direction. So it's easiest to do the front one first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the front one, I'm going to do the back one, and then we can glue both sides of the middle one together. And I'm using my Crafter's Choice craft glue because this bonds plastics, which is what the film strips are, but it is also a faster grab and stronger glue than what my art glitter glue is. And what I should have done earlier and forgot to do, I didn't think to do, was I need to measure my backing card. Right, now we need this. So how's that looking? Yep, that looks pretty good. So what we're going to do is, which side out do we want? Because with this card, the craft cardstock, one side's kind of slightly textured, got like a fluffy feel, and the other is smooth. So I think we want the smooth side out. So what I'm going to do now is put glue on the tag and put it on here so that I'm sandwiching the film strips between the photo paper of the tag and the cardstock, the craft cardstock on the back. Okay, so that is now backed by craft stock, and you can see it sandwiched in between there. Okay, so we now have our front and our back, little and small. And now we need to do the middle one. So again, we're going to sandwich it in. Fuzzy side, yep, fuzzy side. But now we've got to do both sides at the same time. Right. There we go. So that needs time to fully dry, but we can still keep working with it. What we need to do now is decorate this side. So, we need the Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo still. We've got our roses that will go on here. It's our large rose, our medium rose, and our small rose. This is from the swap scraps that I got from Tanya, and she sent me some stash last year because it was something that I think Barbara got from Louisa, and I said, oh my god, that's so cool. I don't think we can get it here in New Zealand. And so Tanya sent me some. And like, this is a decaf vanilla chai, and I can still smell it when I sniff it. And it is just so delicious. So, yeah. I want some of this. Definitely the stash. But I might like break it up into the 3 bits. Okay, and here is the finished tag set. So what we need to do now is find a page to put it in and then fold it up. It's going to need ribbons or something to tie it down because these film hinges are going to be quite springy. So I've got some ribbon, just some nice simple cream ribbon. So now I've got this one, and I've also done like a second set of the tags with the mushrooms on, just so you could see what that looks like. And the only difference is that I've backed these on a cream card stock just to see what they look like. So I'll put the two of them into my journal. So now, and I probably should have folded this before I glued it in, but what I'm going to do is I want this to go line up so that the tag is as close to the middle as I can get, and then I'm going to fold my film down. So it's not too bad. And then same with the other tag, which I'm probably going to turn that around just because I'm right-handed, and that's about the middle there. So push that down there. Alright, so now we'll flick you around. That looks quite nice there. There's only one thing to do after that, and that is the date stamp. So I'm not going to stick this in. I'm going to put that aside for my giveaway for reaching 500 subbies, which hopefully I should do in the next day or two, because when I checked this morning I was at 497. So there is going to be a big giveaway, and there we go. I think we've got the first thing for the giveaway. Right, so all we need is the date stamp now. That was a nice impulse decision. I like decisions like that. So now we want the 3rd of December. Let me just double check. The 3rd, Alter Tag and Retro Film Strip. Yes. Layered tag, rather. Layered tag and a retro film strip. We do have a layered tag using retro film strips. Right. 3rd of December. Yes. 3rd of December 2024. Done. Okay. There we are. I am going to go and take some photographs of this, download the video, and set up some editing time for that, and then I'm going to head to bed. I will see you back in the studio tomorrow. Bye for now.